Hello, friends. Tonight is craft night on the 999 ASMR Tarot. We are doing papier-mâché again. I'm your host, Random Chatty Guy, and this is what we did last week. This little critter and this thing. And so, we are going to begin right now. I'm going to begin by I just need a little bit of a surface here to make sure that papier-mâché is really messy, and so you will just build a little tray here, just to keep the goop off the table. My wands are falling down. My wands are falling down. Of course, nothing has happened quite yet. This here is the goop. But I'm going to start by putting some gloves on. This stuff is pretty messy. Put my gloves on. This is papier-mâché paste, 3/4 cups flour, a bunch of salt, and approximately 1 cup of water. If you're just tuning in, nothing has happened quite yet. And I'm going to make this little tiny creature here, and so... Okay, thank you, cult fan. We are doing papier-mâché tonight. I have this little creature here that we'll be making it with. I got to get started here really fast. Do some cutting up the materials to make the papier-mâché sculptures. Thank you for the sub, and I hope that you enjoy the show. And I hope that you like craft night. So we use newspaper. I'm just going to put this over here. And I have this stuff here, the goop. And as I stated earlier, it's flour and water. And as it grows on, it does look gross. That is true. Okay, I got a paper towel, so Ooh, it's cold. Cold, cold water. I should use warm water. Maybe that would have worked better. Some smaller pieces here. All right, let's see what happens. Trying to get my hand on this stuff. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we'll just, I'm not going to get that undone, so we'll just stick it here. Dorn, I'm making a papier-mâché sculpture. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Neocon. Happy birthday, Neocon. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday today. Yeah, thank you for wishing them happy birthdays. Oh, say Aruj. Happy birthday, Aruj. Is that how it's, did I say that right? I hope I'm not saying something that's embarrassing. Happy birthday, Aruj. Okay. Maybe I put too much water in that paste. So we're just going to take this. I'm going to wrap it around. Okay, I said it right. And Coltsfin says, thank you. Okay, all right. I need a lot of, I think I need a little bit. It doesn't matter. We're going to just keep doing this. I hope that all of you are having a wonderful day, wonderful evening. Neocon, I am making this I'm making a sculpture. So it is a wire frame, and this is paper. This is paper here, paper, newspaper, and I'm using it, and it will dry up. It'll dry in a couple days. It will dry, and then I'm going to paint it. So it will be, hopefully, it'll be like an abstract butterfly. That's kind of, I think, what this is. That's what I was thinking about in my mind when I was making it. So and it is, the paste is flour and water. Oh, the first one is really nice. Yeah, I would touch it, but my hands are all messy, so I could show you what it looked like that I But if you rewind the stream, you can go back into it to the beginning, and you can see that I what I did make last week. And so this is really soupy, so we're going to just add a little bit more paper to get it to I think I put too much water in the Mache glue. And I'm going to need to do, in order to make this work better, we'll take some of this paper towel and we'll add it to it to give it some strength. And if you're just joining, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, to my channel, if you think it is worthwhile. What I might do, you know, actually that kind of looks nice if I leave these wings long. Don't you think? If I just leave it long like that, it's kind of like a bird, maybe making a bird. So it looked like a dragon. You know, that's good. I like that too. A dragon. So with really long wings. Probably don't want the wings to be definitely a dragon. Okay. It is a dragon then. Kind of like Smog from Lord of the Rings. Sort of dragonish. Yeah, you mean like I hope that I get much bigger than 500 subs? You know, that would be nice if that happened. I would definitely love to be able to make a living as an artist. That has been my lifelong goal. And I've been working at art now for yeah, all my life. And I am completely self-taught. So as an artist, I am completely self-taught. Well, thank you very much. Well, I am at a little bit over 500 now. It's taken me almost 2 years. I've been working on the channel for 2 years now. So I guess, you know, we have one wing that's kind of cocked up over like that. Yeah. How's that? It's flying in. Shh. You know what this really reminds me of? It reminds me of the Klingon bird of prey starship. You know, in the original, in the movies from the 80s, and kind of flying around like that. Okay, so I need to add some structure to this one, this wing over here. Yeah, yeah, it does. It really, really does look like that. And so this one's going to need to have something of a head here. But we're going to work on making it bigger. You know, I would put these on. I got these cool rings off of a cake. I'm not really a ring person, but or a jewelry person, but I do have them for this it kind of adds to the ASMR like effects. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take, for this moment, I'm going to take this and set it aside for a few minutes and just let that dry up a little bit. And we're going to move on to, I was starting to do this one last week. And, but I wanted to add some more paper onto it for the potential for writing poetry. What I did is I took some zones here, but we could try something totally different too. Maybe something even more random than that would be to take this air pocket and paper mache this. Should I do that? Does that sound like a good idea? I'm not going to pop it, but we'll put this right over here, and let's do it. Uh-oh, I hit the camera again. It's just kind of random stuff here. Thank you very much for being here. For everybody who has liked the video, I'm going to take some more paper and a little bit bigger piece here. Yes, Bob Ross. Yeah, I need to work on my Bob Ross, my voice better, to not get too excited when I get a lot of people in my chat, which does kind of happen sometimes because so I'm going to just take some of this paste here and put it down on here. And so this is a papier-mâché pillow. Yeah. So yeah, Dorian, yeah. Yeah, when I was young, and before the internet even got to be a big thing, there were people who thought that I had a good radio voice. And so this is like totally random. I don't even know if it's going to work. Yeah, a papier-mâché pillow. And then once it dries up pretty well, I just kind of pop the air packet, maybe. Or not. And we'll just use this. Oh, you're back, Holtzfin. Where did you go to? This is a real big mess. They would mistaken you for someone else. Yeah, we know all of us have a doppelganger out there. Mine is Ezra Pound. Oh, because of your voice? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this papier-mâché pillows is going to work out very well. But you know what? It's the most important thing here is the trying. And in trying, you never know what's going to happen. You actually can go live with less subs. You just have to you have to do the settings on a desktop computer. You can go and it takes 24 hours for the it has to be set up. Yeah. There, you can do it. So it's roughly 24 hours is what YouTube requires, and it will it'll set you up so you can do start doing lives on less 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 subs. Can you like go to a library or something? See, I'm doing my show from an Android phone, but I do have it. You know, you can go access like on like a library computer or something like that. Just log into your channel and then go to your channel dashboard, and then you can do the setup stuff. Yeah, this paper mache pillow is not going to work, but you know what? It may work in a sense that once it dries, then I can start adding more coats of the paper with it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this here is a safe zone, so you don't have to be worried about stuff like that happening here. Okay. Okay, let's see. We are just going to add a little more layer here. And I don't have as much paper as I would like to have. And okay, well, do you have like a computer at your school or anything? Okay, for a public library card. But you could get one if your parents sign for you. Hmm. Oh, in Indiana? What are you doing up so late? It is summer, that's right. You're right, summer. Yeah, and I stayed up late when I was a kid, too. And I still stay up late. Because it's like, okay, don't ask. All right. So, here we go. We'll take the pillow, and I'm going to put the pillow aside, and we'll come back to it next week. And then I'm going to come back to my little birdie here. And I need to give this some more structure. I wonder if I take this piece of paper and put it on here. 3:47 a.m. I think that where I'm at, because I'm on the West Coast, and I started at 12:25 a.m. and so it is almost 1 a.m. and I'm gonna just go for like maybe till I'm gonna go till maybe almost 2 o'clock today. I got church in the morning, so I can't really go too late on Saturday nights. So yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go and give this a kind of a coat around here, working on my bird of prey. Yeah. Yeah, so. Mm-hmm. So, what kind of art stuff do you do in school? Well, but it's summertime now. So, but you could do this at home. So you have 917. Okay. Okay, that's nice. 917 subs. Wow. Do you do a gaming channel? Is that what you do? Hmm. Okay. You made masks. Yeah, I have some paper mache masks that I made. That you could wear. Yeah, I have masks that they were I okay, my hands aren't too messy. So this is one of the masks that I did. I don't have eye holes in it. That's one. Um, this is another one. I'm still working on this one. This is actually, this is a paper mache mistake. And I'm gonna try to take it off the paper mache. I'm still painting it. And then I have this one here. So these are ones that I painted. Those are, and I have some other ones, but they're not paper mache. The one that's like all brown, I'm going to do I'm going to do a live, maybe Wednesday or Thursday afternoon this week, where I'm going to try to pull that mask off of the mold, and I have I have an old paint palette. This is loaded with paint, and I'm going to try to so the live is going to be called Paper Mache Mistakes, and the mistake was is I didn't put enough uh, grease on the mat on the mold before I started laying oh, okay, you're Colts fan. Okay. Yeah, so the mistake I made is, in making that, is I didn't put enough grease on the mold before I started laying the papier-mâché down. And also, what I didn't do was I left the papier-mâché on the mold over too long before I took it off. And so, but then it's just gonna make a good show on its own when I start chipping that thing off. And you know, it's like, so it'll be sort of a peeling paint kind of a thing. And well, the other one, did I show you the other paper mache? This is the one. This is the paper mache creature I made last week, and I finished painting this on just Wednesday. I think it's a goat. Does it look like a goat to you guys? Is it a dog? I don't know what it is, actually. So, okay, look, so that worked. By putting that piece of paper in there, it worked to shore things up. And so maybe what I need to do is so if this is a dragon, it needs it like a dragon head over here. Okay, then I'm gonna need to use I'm gonna get a note card and craft something for the head over here. Guess I didn't have all the supplies I needed to do this job tonight. Well, I don't know that that's a monster per se. Everyone else, it might be like a abstract dog, or let's see what we can do here to make. That's the back side, that's the tail, and this goes on to the head. So there's two of these, so we want to I don't know what it's going to be looking like here, but maybe, okay. Franchise. So maybe this is the tail. So it's flying along. No, yeah, that's right. That's the tail. So it kind of has maybe like a fan-shaped tail then. Okay. So we will want to add some of the paper mache onto it now. Get that glue in there. Maybe like that. Well, you can watch this on the playback. I'm gonna post it. So yeah, and then when you watch on the playback, you can turn the speed up to see what it turns into. I usually, you can do it like at 1.25 or 1.5. And then it works like a sleep aid or something. Okay, alrighty. Well, thank you for tuning in for a few minutes. It was a pleasure. So there we go. So we can, and it might need some kind of a head though. So it's kind of, all right. We're just going to put that over here so people can see more of it. So it doesn't look like much now. But 4 a.m. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you are here. Maybe it has a head that looks like that. Maybe like this. Maybe more like that. Maybe less. Kind of like this. Okay, you can just introduce yourself as soon as you come on your other channel. I have a couple channels myself, but I use them for different purposes. So my first couple of channels were, well, they were a wonderful learning experience. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do any more on this one, and you stay, and then, but we will come back to it to paint on it later. So there it is. It looks like something, right? All right, we're gonna put this aside. And then I'm going to go back to this thing. I'm just going to add some layers to this. So you thought about going to sleep and then you found this. Well, I'm glad that you found me. I hope that you don't get in trouble for staying up too late. But then again, it's not a school night. Yeah, I think I definitely made that papier-mâché paste too wet. You're on summer break, yeah. Well, I guess you're not really getting into too much trouble, so that's not so bad. It's not like when I was a kid. But when I was like your age and I was a kid, I was going to like astronomy camps and and stuff like that. Science stuff. I was doing science. Yeah. And I also worked in my father's business too when I was your age as well. The family business, so which I started working really young. Um, I don't remember how many subs that Dorian got, but I thought he said he had like 26. He had under 100. But he wanted to do live streams and he didn't have enough subs to do live streams. But I told him that if you go to a desktop computer, you can hit some settings. But since you may be that you're under a certain age, you may have to have some parental permissions to do certain things on YouTube. So you really got to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Hmm. Okay, so we're just gonna move this stuff on here. And because you need 50 subs, and which you have passed. Okay. Hmm. Print. I kind of like that. The big word on the side there. Maybe you make a poetry thing on it. One of my friends who does, yeah, remember the computer part, you can do that. But yeah. Oh, it's like a drum. Yeah. I've had a long day too. And I went to a family reunion earlier today, and I really only got like 4 hours of sleep. So, hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And thank you for everybody who's been here. And if you're just new and you're just yes, it is. He left. He did say he left because it was 4 a.m. and he needs to get to sleep. And who knows what he has to do in the morning. Get up bright and early, to go do normal Sunday morning things. Maybe we'll take that like that. Leave the pretty lady on there. Some people use paper mache like clay and to make things without using. Oh, I don't really watch that many sports, but I do like the Summer Olympics. I used to bowl. I wasn't any good at it, but I liked. I guess Colts fan. I was one of those. Well, see, I grew up in a house without a TV, so so there really was never sports playing in the house when I grew up, and I really didn't get my first TV into. I don't. Maybe I think tomorrow night. I think I'm gonna do a painting. I'm gonna do painting tomorrow night. I think. I usually take Mondays completely off of social media. Mondays is my I take a day off of social media. I'm gonna try something here and just do a sculpture altogether. Yeah. So Monday is my it's kind of important to do that. Well, I don't know what time I'll probably it all depends on it all just depends. Tomorrow night, well, it'll probably be someplace between 10 and midnight on and this is, well, actually I have to get up early on Monday to go, so I can't stay up too late on Sunday. Okay, what I'll do, how about we'll make it 10 p.m. Pacific time. 10 p.m. Pacific time, and I will spend 1 hour, and I will do painting. Painting is what I will do, and I have to be doing. I have a couple paintings that I need to practice work on, and so I have some larger canvases. What are you Central Time? If you are Central Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Time would be. Are you Eastern Time? So it's 3 hours. The West Coast, on West Coast, and between the West Coast and the East Coast, it's a difference of 3 hours. So we're gonna try and. I don't know what I'm doing here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna use this stuff up and make a something. Okay. I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon myself. I'm starting to fade as well, and was this a slug? Need some legs. Maybe it's too... Okay, all right. You're welcome to stop by at any time. When I do the painting ones, I usually just really jump right into it, but maybe it's like a bird. Yeah. Need some legs. Boy, this is gross. This is really gross. Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm just gonna wad this up. I don't think this is anything, but you know what? It's like a piece of clay. Okay. I'm 3 hours. What time it is for me? I don't. It is. It's 1:20. Oh, so it's like 1:15. 1:15 is what the time is now. 1:15. It's 1:15 in the morning. This is like really like ASMR here. Old school ASMR. Now, if I had the mouth clicks and all that, then I'd be like those big channels with the pretty girls on them that do the mouth clicks and so forth. Yes, you're 3 hours. So if I start a stream at 10 p.m. my time, that is 1 a.m. your time. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna set it. I'll set it up. When I get done with this stream, I'll make the thumbnail and I'll set the time and everything, and so forth. So what I made here is, this is essentially clay. It's papier-mâché clay. But I made a mistake this evening by making the adding too much water to the paste. But I wonder if maybe that whole notion of making a mask, a papier-mâché mask, and not using a mold of any kind, I'm going to Huh. That's actually interesting. I think what I'm going to do, wipe my hands off, and I'm going to see if I add... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this for later, and if I save it in some saran wrap, I can use it on on something else. Yeah, we can do that. Wow, I wonder how many people are watching this stream right now. I see 22 on the counter. So we're going to save some of this. So as long as we keep the air from getting into it, I should be able to preserve this just like a piece of clay. What do you think? I can put it over here, and then we can go bring my papier-mâché pillow back, and we can add on some more paper to it. But I wonder if I add saran wrap onto this, Madden 24 franchise mode. Oh, what kind of game is that? Let's try something here. I'm going to take this saran wrap here. Oh, football. Oh. So do you play football yourself? Do they have still do little guy football? Because I know that I used to play little guy football when I was in I wasn't any good at it, but my a neighbor who, and he was was always encouraging to make sure that all the people in the neighborhood got involved with doing things like sports and so forth. And since my dad was not a sports person at all, I mean, I think maybe Dad played catch with me once or twice, but other than that, my father spent all of his time working. And so when I was a school-age kid, my father worked 7 days a week because he ran his own business, and so he was working from 4 o'clock in the morning to, almost 16 hours a day. There were times that I never actually even saw my father, and when I did want to see my dad, I would just have to go to the mill, to his place of business, to if I wanted to see my father. And that's what would happen. Mom would take me, after church on Sunday, she would take me down to the mill, and my dad would be sharpening the chipper knives and stuff like that, and I would just sit around and watch him. Yeah. So I'd just sit around and watch him, and then when I was then my dad would put a shovel in my hand, and I would be starting to shoveling out a conveyor, and then when I was a little bit older, it was splitting firewood, and then when I was a little bit older, it was actually working in the mill itself. And so that was just the way it was. My early years was really just dominated by work, and just did lots of work. One of the things that my dad loved to do was to split firewood, and so I still have some. He died in 2012, and I got to split firewood with my father before he died, and that was like, and I still have some of that firewood left. Not very much of it, but just a little bit. Yeah. So my papier-mâché pillows taking shape here. Maybe this will be dry enough that I can actually start painting it tomorrow night. There's probably something that I'll be able to start painting tomorrow night that I did tonight. Yeah. And look, you can even read the news with it too. Let's see. Let's do. I got some more of that papier-mâché clay in there. Yeah, I'm starting to fade. That is certainly true here. Kind of a passionate thing here. So if you're just joining in, this is Craft Night with the 999 ASMR Tarot Show. One of these days, I'm gonna actually do some more tarot. Probably what I might do in the near future is to do yes no questions. Of course, yes no questions are not accurate in the least bit. Now that this is getting down towards the bottom, it's getting a little bit more gloopy. Oh, that's some. I'm thirsty. So, this is the part of the video where if you were using this as a sleep aid, then you'd be falling asleep. Kind of. Thirsty. So if you're just watching along and you like what you see, push the like button, and if you like what you see also, just push the subscribe button. Kind of helps me with the algorithm and so forth. I do crafting and painting and stuff like that. Better put this on there so you know that I'm actually doing something with this. This stuff looks pretty gross. Feels gross too. Yeah. Starting to get some weight behind it, so the papier-mâché is getting, yeah, this stuff is really I'm gonna put this on here. There we go. Whoops. Pillow. A papier-mâché pillow. I've never seen one of these before. It's probably what you would do in high school art class, and then you turn it in, and then the teacher would just give you an F on it. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. Said another pillow. You're supposed to be more creative than that. Okay, all right, that looks good. I think. Let's see if we're gonna just work on this papier-mâché clay stuff a bit more, and soaked all this stuff up, and I can make this clay, which I should be able to use later to do something else with it. Right now it's a little bit too soupy. If it dries out a little bit, there'll be some applications with it. So this is I'm random chatty guy tonight. Random guy. Just a random guy on YouTube. Random guy on YouTube. This is the straight ASMR portion. Look, it's got the word art on it. Look at that. This page got art on it. I think I need to save that word off of it. We're going to add that word on to this thing right here. And get some glue on there. Hopefully it sticks over here. That's what we're doing. This is all about art. Creating interesting things. Okay, you're getting your stream set scheduled. Oh, good. I am. Look, I found a word in the newspaper, art. And I'm putting that right there for later. I'm just finishing up my using up the last of this stuff to make a clay, which I'm going to use later. So we'll just kind of pulverize this stuff. How many bodas say like sun already down that at the start of the stream? Sub? Huh. Thank you. So how many? Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I know now that this just kind of pulverizing this thing, adding some more of this to it, making a clay. Oh, I see. So you have the autocorrect that, yeah. Do you ever just wish you just could turn the autocorrect off? Yeah. Well, I think you can turn the autocorrect off if you so desire. There we go. This is just starting to get the consistency of clay. And so if it wasn't so soupy wet, I could take this other part of it and mold it better. I suppose it's possible if you using with papier-mâché clay that I could make like a little bowl or something like that. Huh, you know, I should try that. I should do that, actually. I don't have, this is all the glue I have left. Let's take the pillow and move the pillow over here. And oops, I just hit the camera again. I'm going to unwrap this thing. It's true to the title. This stuff does look really gross. Fortunately, papier-mâché doesn't smell gross. It just looks gross. And it doesn't necessarily feel gross, but it really looks gross. Yeah, I wonder if this is what turds feel like if you're handling turds. Which my mind just went there, huh? You ever read the book Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump is a great story to read. Maybe I can make like a little bowl, a papier-mâché bowl, an something like that. A little papier-mâché cat. That's what it almost looks like. Would need some legs or something. I'm getting thirsty again. I suppose I probably wouldn't be so thirsty if I didn't have too much sugar today, and being that I'm in the diabetic range, blood sugar wise, that you don't have too much junk food, you go to a family reunion, you get kind of off on everything, and then next thing you know, your blood sugar levels are sky high, and then you're just thirsty all the time. I don't know. Maybe like a little bowl. Well, you know, like a mask. Make a papier-mâché mask. And then you have like a nose area. I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. And I can do it too. Alright, I need to dry my hands off again. And mask, but I don't want, I'm gonna get my saran wrap out again, and get my saran wrap. So it's kind of like a mask of sorts. Papier-mâché mask. Maybe it needs to be a little less over here and more on the nose. Gets a little bit more nose. But what about this area? Maybe it is a little less over there. Kind of move that stuff around a bit. Make this kind of a Okay. Feels like it just needs some more, kind of hold it. So this is the mask I'll wear when I win the lottery, because Oregon is one of those states that you have to go up and actually get your ticket. So we can work some more of this. All right. Well, you know what? I used up all of my paste. I learned some lessons today. Is that you want to make sure that you don't be too liberal with the water. So the formula for papier-mâché paste is 1 cup flour and 1 cup water. This time I used 1 cup water and 3/4 cups flour, and then I think I added a little bit more water to it, and the result is that the paste was almost unworkable. Actually, the paste was just pretty much almost unworkable, and so yeah, it was almost unworkable. That's all I have to say. And I'm starting to get really tired here. So I think what we might do is have to be very careful with this stuff, because make sure I don't breathe it. I have to make sure I don't get this aerosolized and breathe it. So this is a powdered pigment for painting, and I'm going to put some of this on the surface of it. So it's kind of like stars. Okay. It's a reflective paint. Maybe we'll take another color. Add another color to it. Does this look cool? Kind of mix it in. Mix it in like that. Has some nice effects there. Well, what about the nose? Something about what does the nose need? Some interference green. So this kind of shimmers in the light. Technically speaking, when you use these powdered pigments, you're supposed to wear a respirator with it, because you're not, absolutely not supposed to breathe these particles in, get them aerosolized and breathe them into your nose, or breathe them in, because you can really screw your lungs up by doing that. This is your oh, this is the first time you've watched me before. Oh. Wow. I'm glad that you are liking what you've seen here so far. I have a lot of different stuff that I do. I haven't really edited. I have a lot of long play videos that I got a 10 out of 10 that I need to finish editing up, and oh, I feel like, no, I wonder though. I wonder. What happens if I do this over here? Oh, it's a stretch. Oh, I want to hurt myself. You gotta watch it when you get older, because it's easy to. This here is called gel medium, and if you're trying to mimic and doing Bob Ross style painting. Bob Ross paints with oils, but he paints a method called the wet on wet method, which, don't ask me how it's done, because I really don't know. I just know that and so when you're painting with acrylics, and acrylics dry really, really fast. And so you use this stuff, medium stuff in there, to slow the process of drying down, and slow the drying of the paint down. And then you can blend your colors. You can blend your colors right on the canvas, and mix and match and blend your colors, and move the colors around a bit more, because you are slowing that drying process down. So that's what the uses of this system of gel medium. That's one of the things you can do, among other things. Other things you can use it for is, you can outright just use it as like glue. And yeah. So doesn't that kind of look kind of cool like that? So let's go and add, I think, while we're here, before I shut this thing down, I think I want to add some fluorescent blue. Because I got right here this big giant bag of paint. I know the fluorescent blue's down at the bottom of the. Here's like fluorescent orange, fluorescent green, fluorescent pink, or neon pink. When you're painting with those things, it makes some really interesting painting effects. One of the things about painting with fluorescent paints is it's hard to take, it's hard to reproduce the images, because fluorescent paints are reflective, fluorescent red. And so making a copy, you certainly can't put it on a scanner. And I have fluorescent blue in here someplace. And it's clear down at the bottom. I know it is. Big giant bag of paints. And you know, let's just start pulling everything out to try to get at that fluorescent blue. Titan buff. I like that for painting sand and I got a UFO here. Doesn't that look like a UFO? It's on a chain too. It's like man, it's funny how it is when you're looking for something. It's like, there it is. I found it. Found it. Now I'll just put all this stuff away. But you know what? A neat blending of colors is that it's really, really neat is a neat blend of colors is these two together. Is fluorescent blue, these two, fluorescent blue and this color. And so I'm going to add right onto this here some of this fluorescent blue. I'm just going to move it around with my fingers a bit. And some of this color. I'm just going to put it right on the nose. I'm going to mix it here. So you can see how this sort of kind of this and then when I have those pigments in here, it has that really a shimmering kind of effect here as well. PM. Oh, okay. So you're starting your stream starts at 8 p.m. your time. So yeah, which is right about the time I'm cooking dinner for my dog and my old mom, my old mom. Let's add some more blue right onto it. Oh, good night then. Good night, and thank you for joining me here. So let's put the lid on that, and oh, that's not right. Anyways, it's fine. Let's go into the other one. There we go. So it has that. Guys, you really think this is that good? And that's just you're just really being very kind. Now this feels really interesting. Cold and cool under the gloves, and I need another pair of gloves. I mean, I have thick kitchen gloves, but it's kind of hard to work with the thick kitchen gloves because they just they don't they're too thick. So I'm going to add some more of this interference green and maybe some of this pearl white. We'll start with the pearl white first. You were the first person to hit coming on this stream. And you're the one who's going to stay all the way to the end, too. Or pretty much close to it. So this is pearl white. Being very careful not to aerosol. I aerosolized this stuff once, and before I went to work, I think it was like in 2018, and I got really sick, and I have asthma, so it's like Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. You are Colts fan because you are a fan of the Colts. Is that what it is? There's a football team called the Colts. And this is that interference green again. Kind of make like put that back, and I think I want to go back, and we're just gonna smoosh this stuff around. Kind of add it in there, and pat it in there, and smoosh it around. I might add a little bit more of this gel medium. Yeah, that's that gel medium, and you can see it here. It mixes in with those pearl pigments, and it gets a really nice metallic sheen on this. Yeah, like a color galaxy. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit with the blue one more time, and then with the lights going on in a different angle, I have one more light. So I'm gonna take this light and so if we look at how these colors look on it, how's that look? Bring the lights in at different angles. Does it look pretty cool? Yeah. Oh, I got this thing all messed up. I got to get this stuff cleaned up now. So, all right. We're just going to put, I said, just a little bit of blue on it one more time with the blue. And then I'm going to call it a night. So, it is pretty close to 2 a.m. Just a little bit more of that. And maybe some gold too. Are you about to watch the full stream? So when I end the stream, it's going to go private, and then I'm going to start the stream up again and make it go public. So it'll be completely offline for like about 15 minutes. It's just the settings that I have on it, and a little bit more of the gold. Maybe here's where the eyes will be. Oh, there we go. Kind of mix that in there. All right. There we go. A little bit over here on the nose. And there, let me, gotta put this stuff away. All right. My gloves are really messed up. Thank you, Colts fan, for tuning in to Craft Night on 999 ASMR Tarot with Random Guy. That's me, Random Guy. I do have a common name, but that's just my show name for now, Random Guy. And then take the gloves off. If I can get them off. And get the fingers turned around so I can go wash them and reuse them. Thank you everyone who's been on here pushing the like button, and there's a few likes that have happened. And thank you everybody who subbed to my channel tonight. I really appreciate you, and for everyone who has watched. And thank you very much, Colts fan, and we will see you the next time. And so, like I said, about 15 minutes. This video is going to be offline for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to then it'll be public again. All right. Good night, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye. I see. All right. Good night. Good night, Colts fan, and good luck. And good luck with your gaming channel, and so forth. I'll go check out your channel at a later time. Bye-bye. You're welcome. You're very welcome.